What would you offer the world, Shamsi? What would we offer the world? Speak on our behalf. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes.
What we offer the world? It's a medley of.
First off, be specific, as in we, as in Pasta Kabsa, or as three of us.
No, it's the three.
Well, Pasta Kabsa is three of us.
Yes,
anyway,
exactly.
So.
There we go.
It doesn't matter.
So it's the medley of our three creative powers coming together, like Captain Earth,
Captain Planet.
Isn't medley a treat? No, I'm sorry. Keep going.
A medley is like a music thing.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So yeah, we combine together in order to give the world our creative genius, which we do every week, twice on Sundays and
I apologize to all the creative
Mondays and
geniuses out there.
Thursdays. Mondays and Thursdays. We do that twice a week on Mondays and Thursdays.
Are you holding on to a napkin?
Yeah,
Yes,
I shall use this at some point.
Wallah?
Yes, this is my cry happy napkin.
How about we just start?
You're still using it?
Yeah, it's like it's not done.
It's not done?
It's not
How
done.
do you gauge how a napkin is done? Is there a meter?
When it rips, can it take some more happy tears? That's the question.
I don't know what kind of happy tears you're talking about, my guy, but I think this napkin's done.
Okay.
Yesterday, there was a brand new
start?
glass. Oh yeah, there was an
nice.
intro. You didn't hear it?
Okay, no.
There was a whole glass here for water. You decided to open up your plastic bottle and refill it.
Yes.
And now you're holding on to a used napkin.
Yes.
No. That's not done yet.
Oh, it's not done yet.
Yeah.
It still has more to offer.
Good,
man.
good,
Yes.
good. I think during the intro, a lot of people did not hear the question that Turks asked. That was very intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
What constitutes done?
What constitutes? Can it take more happy tears? That was the answer.
So where are you going to use this napkin next, Chelsea?
Oh wow! Like this guy's really bothered by the napkin.
Yes.
I shall give you a reason to not be bothered.
Hey, welcome to Plastic Cups. It's your boy Ado. What's happening? What's popping? Episode 102. Thank you for joining us. I got the homie Turks right behind me.
Yo.
I got Shams right next to me.
I'm very happy.
Episode 102. Welcome to Plastic Cups. It's your boy Ado. I got Turks right behind me.
Again.
And that's it. I know why y'all here today. Come back next time.
Yeah.
Next,
Okay.
yeah. Hopefully soon enough.
Come back next time.
Yeah.
we don't know.
So,
Yeah.
So but
today's episode.
since you're here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
hey everybody.
Thank you for showing up.
By the way, this is very, very late. We had a very long day today.
Mhm.
I'm just making excuses because there's a lot of hate. Anyway, so hey guys, how you doing? How y'all been?
We had a great day, Adil, didn't we?
We had an amazing day. To
Yes,
be
we
honest.
did.
Would you like to tell the people how we had an amazing day? First off, how are you?
I'm
No one cares. Turks, how you doing?
great.
I'm good.
You doing all right?
No,
Everything's good with you?
I'm good.
Family's good?
I'm good.
Kids are good?
I don't know.
You wipe. Okay. why
So
don't you know
Shamsi,
about the
what
kids?
did we do today? Oh, Shamsi, my bad. How are you?
I'm great.
So what did we do today, Shamsi?
We went to the new exhibition at Jack's, which Turks missed out on, unfortunately.
Yes. What's the name of the exhibition?
I am trying to figure that out so I don't get it wrong. But it is a bienal, and
There
is
you go.
the first of many, hopefully, inshallah. We were received by Dalia, our very good friend. Dalia
Shout out to the
Hakim.
homie Dalia. Shout out to amazing person.
Thank you so much, honestly.
Amazing. Thank you for giving us the time. I know that you were busy.
for inviting us. First
Yeah,
of
she
all.
invited us. She took us around. She gave us exclusive tour. She gave us behind the scenes.
Yes.
Yeah, she really hooked us up. So thank you. We appreciate it so much.
bienalsur, Riyadh.
Yes.
So it's basically an Argentinian.
it's located at Jack's.
Yes.
For everybody that's been asking me on our Instagram, it's at Jack's.
It's open for
And
everybody,
Riyadh.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's open for everybody. Yeah.
It's open for a month.
No, I think it's invitation right now. Sorry, Dalia. I know you told us.
We're not sure. But honestly, I enjoyed it. It was a good exhibition. It was a great exhibition. You should have
Amazing.
been there.
Mm.
Honestly,
Mm.
they had a
Sorry, I
couple.
missed out.
They had a couple of works by local artists,
And international artists.
and international artists. So I think it's a traveling exhibition that's originally from Buenos Aires that goes to different locations around the world. So honestly, I enjoyed the space. I enjoyed seeing the artworks. Felu and Alzar had a great artwork set up. Ahad al-Amoudi had another great artwork.
Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah. It was
Nice.
very immersive. Like some of the artworks, like you would sit there and be in the moment and just appreciate what's going on in front of you. Some of them were video, some of them had like video and sound. So yeah.
So
that was-
multimedia art, all of it.
some of it, not all of it.
It's all, I think majority is visual art.
Majority was visual art.
Yeah.
So there was some light-based art. There was comparisons of photography. There was videos. So it's they had I think 13 different works.
Was it 13?
13 or 14.
I don't know. We had an amazing time with Daddy
Okay.
explaining everything to us.
Yeah.
And the people there were so amazing, so helpful. They were explaining every single part every single art.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look at this. This is what happened. This is how it came up together.
The story of the artist, what he was thinking.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was amazing, bro. It's amazing, and I can't wait for the next one, which is in December.
Inshallah.
That's the one where.
That's gonna be our thing.
Yeah, that's gonna be go time.
That's gonna be the big thing.
Hopefully, we're gonna have Dali on sometime soon, maybe in November, maybe December, right before launch.
Mm-hmm.
She can talk to us about that. She's so super fucking passionate, and her energy is amazing. My
Yes,
guy.
I agree.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So yeah, respect to you. Stay true to yourself.
Like that's an example.
Yeah,
of,
don't change.
Yeah, exactly.
Dahlia, please don't fucking
Exactly,
change at all. Not
exactly.
even one bit.
No, but that's an example of somebody who's you see very clearly thriving in their environment. Like,
Nice.
yo, this is where I am.
Bro, she gave me that fucking amazing energy that I needed, bro. She gave me that boost.
Yes.
I was a little bit exhausted, but she came through. She's like, listen, let me charge y'all motherfuckers off.
Yeah. I've been waiting.
Look at all these amazing things. Oh, by
Yes.
the way, look, let me show you this.
And she took us around. Like we ended up, going to different areas in the Jacks district. She showed us like some of the workshops that were there.
Yeah. Some of the creative studios, like Ahmed Mata's creative studio, which is amazing.
That's dope.
Bro, it was
Bro, it's amazing, amazing, amazing.
like you look at the space and you see immediately like, oh shit, like all of the potential creativity that come out of here is very clear to you. We ended up also seeing Hamoud Al-Atawi, was it?
Yes.
Studio as well, which was great, as well. It was set up very differently, and that's the nice thing about it. The space is provided for artists to set it up the way they want to, in order to have like different areas for, let's say, workshops and different areas for
They give you a space and
Private
you do
office.
whatever you want with
Exactly.
it.
Exactly.
However you can utilize the space
pretty much.
the best way possible.
Yes.
That's a great initiative, man.
Saad Al
I
Huwaidi
like that a
also.
lot.
Yes.
Saad Al Huwaidi. Amazing, man. Thank you for giving us the time, man. His studio was amazing.
It was
bro.
so enjoyable, man. Like
He walked us around. He showed us his pieces. He talked to us about it. Shamsi spent more time with him than I did.
yeah.
I was busy thriving off of Dahlia's energy.
Like they have areas set up for people to, like, if you have an idea, if you have a concept, if you have something you want to do, like, reach out, come in. We will offer you the space. We will let you work. And honestly, that is the community that you really do want to see. That is the community that I'm proud and happy to, get to finally meet. Because
I can't wait for that whole community to be built. If this is what it is right now, off of what, 2 studios, 3 studios, 4? I mean, imagine when the whole Jax area is just filled with creative studios.
yes.
I mean, that direction from Prince Bedr and MOC is amazing.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah,
Amen.
that place is gonna be wild. in the
Keep
future.
everybody next to each other.
Like when you think about where the future artists, creatives are gonna come out of Saudi, that area in Jax is gonna be ridiculous.
It's gonna be a major inspiration.
Yeah, I think that area in the future, when it's complete, when everybody's there, because with these things you need time. I think everything that's going to go across the globe from Saudi is going to come right out of that place.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
That's an amazing place, man. It was a true honor to be there and to witness everybody working and actually doing what they love to do and create. Everybody was creating,
Yeah. And working together. That's the other thing. Collaborating.
collaborating.
Yes.
Exactly.
And that's what we saw when we walked into
It's quality.
Ahmed's studio.
That's what was amazing about it. It's quality.
Mm.
You went to the exhibition and you had quality. Then you went to the creative studios. There was quality.
And you saw people actively engaged.
That's what you get when you have all these creatives in the same space, in the same location.
The correct.
The
creatives.
of course. But each one has their own standard that they bring into the table, and you as a creative instinctively have to not compare yourself, but see where the bar is set and try to exceed it.
You do. You go there to be inspired. You go there to learn new methods. You go there to connect with these people in order to work with them as well. Like the whole, like even Dahlia, like she was telling us about how like all of these artists are now her friends because she was inspired by them. She was mentored by some of them as well. So looking at her and looking at where she is right now and what she's doing, you see that growth. You see that progression, and that's honestly, that's a template. That for a lot of people, honestly, could be very productive and fruitful.
The most beautiful thing about it, when we were talking to everybody was selfless.
No egos.
No egos.
No egos.
Nice.
No egos whatsoever. Everybody was welcoming. Everybody showed us around. People talked to us. They gave us the time.
Exactly.
But like people came out of their offices to give us the time.
Yeah, exactly.
So respect to that. I mean, like that alone shows you that if you can keep that kind of energy that kind of quality, that kind of people that are very open about their art, and they're more than happy to help and teach and to guide, you're gonna build an amazing fucking generation.
True, and keeping as like Turks mentioned, keeping all of them together in the same space, that builds a very virtuous circle where they end up feeding off of each other.
Exactly. Well, that's what we're saying. There's no egos.
Yeah.
Because there's no egos, people can talk to each other.
Yeah.
People can, extend their hand, discuss.
Would you define Jax as an incubator?
I don't think it's an incubator. It's not. No. I don't think it's a fact. It's not an incubator.
No.
When you go into Jax, from what we understood so far, you already have a plan. You have an idea of where you want to be, how you want to build, and how you want to drive your passion. This is not for you to come and give something a try and disappear. No, this is for you, that you are the guy. Remember how we talked about, we have these amazing creatives that they don't have a place. Like, we hear about them, but we don't know where to find them. We're not talking about the guy that's just working at home, doing 2-3 things and just relax. We're talking about the guy who's very, very passionate. That place is for that passionate person that knows what he wants to do in his life. He knows this is the direction I want to go with. I want to build. I want to create. That's the kind of person that goes there. If this is a hobby, that's not the place for you. You need to really be passionate, have an idea, have a direction, really know what you want to bring. Because if I'm going to a place and everybody around me is collaborating and everybody's building and great things are coming out, if I don't add value, or if I don't get any value back from me being around there, then I should not be there.
Well, for these people that take it as a hobby, it's a place where you go for learning. It's a place where you go for meeting all of these like-minded creators.
Yeah, you're talking about when Jax opens up fully,
yes,
that would be the place to go to. No, we're talking about the people who are going to be there.
We're going to set up shop there.
Who are going to set up shop there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, of course, it's going to be an open community for people to come in and to learn, to understand from each other.
Exactly.
That's exactly what it's going to be. But I'm talking about the people who are going to stay there. If I'm going to go to Jax every single day during the week, who are there and why am I coming back?
They're the people that are driving things forward.
Like, this is what I see. I see in the future there's going to be a website for Jax where all these people, all these creatives out there, they're going to create workshops or do whatever, and you're going to have a schedule, and you're going to know. And Jax, this is at the top of my head. I don't know what's the plan, but it's going to be like, for example, you go in, you put a schedule, you see that Pasta Kabsa is doing a live. Dahlia is doing an art installation. Whatever.
There's a panel discussion here,
exactly.
There's a workshop there.
There's a panel workshop, live classes, whatever. Those things. Then you'll know, okay, if I go there, there's these events happening at the same time, and I can just go and feed off of everybody. So I go gain experience from Ahmed. I go gain experience from Dahlia. I don't know what to get from Pasta Kabsa.
It's
Love,
Some
support,
lunch,
and
probably,
hate.
yeah.
it's something that's set up and organized in a way for it to be, regular, sustainable, scheduled, expected. And that's honestly something I'm looking forward to.
I think, bro, the give back, what they're going to give back to the community is what's going to make this an amazing, amazing place. If everybody is going to be the same way when it's fully open, just very open and welcoming and just helping out and help. Like, we were going through people's stuff. Like, they would tell us, yeah, good. I'm not joking.
Yeah, like for real.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, check that out there.
Like,
yeah.
you can press that button.
Yes.
Okay. Can I really? Like,
Yeah. Like, we were going through, like, they were showing us things that they're still working on. This work in progress.
Bro, I saw things that blew my mind. I swear to you, I'm not even kidding. Like, Adil saw there's this one art piece that I stood in front. When I realized the implications of how it was executed and what it actually
Sads,
is.
right?
Yeah, I was like, Hamoud's actually.
Hamoud's?
Yeah, and I was like, really, really, this is something that is extremely powerful. Having the space to create this art, having the space to showcase this art, have people like me, just come in and see that and just be inspired by it.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Excuse me. Anyway, I'll figure out my coughing later on, one day in the future. What I want to say is that if the people there right now are giving this energy out, And when we go around, people talk to us like, yo, thank you for doing this podcast. We appreciate you guys. I love what you guys talk about. Thank you for shedding light on this or whatever it is. All the things that they tell us. Imagine what that place is going to do.
Yeah, so it's much. No, it's, the incubator is just too small of a
If
word.
the people that go to all these artists separately and tell them how they love their passion, they love their work, and how they're motivated by them, imagine when you have all those artists in one place. When I can go open the door and I'll watch Pastor Kabsa doing something, open another door, I watch Proud doing something, open another door, I find Jeet, open another door, I see Ahmed Madal, open another door, Dalia. You know, like I see like all these creatives just in their realm, just working on their art and their passion.
It's inspiring.
It's gonna be very inspiring.
Yeah.
It's like a garden of creativity. It's like
Exactly.
you walk in there and you see all of these different, like, you know, shades of flowers, everybody doing something different.
And those people who thought that, yo, all these people are not accessible, now you know exactly where they are. You know they're there working on the art. So when something comes out, you know it's coming out of there. And whoever's going to be there is going to know exactly what's happening around. So, and then keep in mind, if you're working on a secret project with 6 different creative studios, and everybody's there just driving their passion into it, and you create this amazing thing. I mean, I look forward to what's going to happen, man.
Definitely.
If this is it, again, thank you so much to everybody that opened their doors for us. Thank you, Dalia, for everything. I mean, if this is what it is right now, imagine when it's packed.
Yeah.
I can't
Imagine when it
wait.
actually begins and like starts
Bro, like
running.
hope, man. You know, hope.
Mm.
It gave me so much fucking
Yeah.
hope.
The support
I agree.
alone is going to be beautiful, to be honest.
I agree.
Just that whole
I agree,
community
honestly.
is full of
man.
support.
Seriously, shout out to Prince Bedouin and MOC and everybody that's
For
involved.
The hard
Everybody
work.
at Jax.
Mhm.
Everybody. Thank you guys. This is gonna be an amazing thing. I can't wait for it.
I agree.
Off to new things. Let's see the topics that we had written
So
down.
This is why you should come with us, Turks, because we get to see these things.
We are going back.
Yeah.
We are going back.
Inshallah.
I'm definitely going to check it out.
Yeah,
after.
Daddy invited us back, but we need to go back earlier. So we need to figure out.
And check out the bienalsur. Honestly,
Yes, everybody need to go check it out.
it's-
If it's open, I'm not sure if it's open yet.
check the website.
Yeah, check the website. There,
It's going to be running for a month.
check the website.
So keep that out in your calendar.
Yeah, it's amazing. So next topic
Mhm.
that we have. What is it? Because we were always prepared and ready. What is the topic?
صوت
There we go.
المخبز هذا.
صوت المخبز.
Yeah.
You guys want to go to masks?
Masks are out.
Yeah, no, masks are out.
No, they're not. They're still here.
No, you still got them.
Yeah.
What's the name? So now, Saudi announced officially that people who are vaccinated with 2 shots do not need to wear their masks
Outdoors.
outdoors. It's an option for them if they want to wear it outdoors or not.
Mhm. Social distancing is no longer required.
Yes.
Forced.
Also, I don't think it's only outdoors, by the way.
I think no, indoors you still need your mask.
So at the
do?
mosque, everybody's wearing masks.
I think so.
I need to.
Can you
Today was the
confirm?
first day.
Yeah.
Can you confirm that?
I'll tell you guys later, Fajr.
Keep going.
So what's the name? So there's okay, everyone is like, oh, the timing isn't interesting with the Riyadh season happening. Okay, for you idiots that are not paying attention, for the last like 6 months,
That's called plans.
everything was closing down for you to be vaccinated, for us to be ready by winter time to start going back to normal life. That was the plan. It wasn't like something that was hidden. That was told to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, get vaccinated. We want to go back to everything being normal again. And this is why we're here today. And so with that happening, with everybody getting vaccinated, our numbers, alhamdulillah, hopefully, alhamdulillah, inshallah, tabarakallah, amazing work, alhamdulillah, how it dropped so low.
Amen.
I mean, we're in a good position that we were before. I mean, yeah, we should go back to celebrating and enjoying ourselves. And we also need to be careful. But the conversation on masks, are you still going to wear masks or not?
I'm still gonna wear masks, to be honest.
I think
But-
I will as well.
But I don't know. It's not a health thing anymore. It's just the anonymity.
We had that conversation with you a couple of days ago.
Yeah, because you know the it's not a stigma. It's a stereotype of the Saudi that chills at a cafe outdoor area and just watches people walk by.
Oh, yes.
I do not feel comfortable in public just having people look at me all the time. So having the mask-
having the mask, he gives you that space for you to just
Exactly.
ignore it.
Yeah. No judgment. Don't judge me. Khalas, just don't look at me. I feel judged. I feel judged for some reason.
Don't judge
I don't know.
me. Nobody's judging you.
That's the problem. But people are looking. Nah, I don't know. That's a me problem. It's definitely a me problem. But having the mask makes me feel more comfortable just walking around doing whatever I want to go buy socks. I'm just going to go buy socks. I don't need people looking at me, just ogling me while I know I'm hot. I know I'm a looker.
Okay.
Okay.
See, you saying the word looker it tells me.
Yeah.
I know I'm, you know.
You know I'm a looker.
Yeah. I'm a cutie pie.
I'm a cutie pie.
Wow. Like I think
He got them cheeks.
that
Yeah.
sense of anonymity might be a draw for some people. Might be a draw for
It
a lot of
is.
people actually. But at the same time, there's no reason for it logically. But I think a lot of people are just going to keep it just for the sake of feeling safe, because it does give you a feeling of safety. Like, you know what? I'm in a large space. There's a lot of people that I don't know. Might as well just keep this on. And I think that's
Yeah.
going to be something for me. Depends where. Like, honestly, a lot of the times when I'm walking outdoors, I don't keep the mask on. As soon as I run into, people, I put it back on and I just keep on walking. But at the same
Logical, very logical.
time, yeah. But at
Yeah.
the same time, like, I'm imagining a lot of the different experiences, Winter Wonderland, the Boulevard, and it's gonna be packed. It's gonna be crowded.
True.
So, and yes, nobody will be going in without being vaccinated. Nobody will be going in without having double doses, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So
Gotta be double up.
Yeah.
Double up.
Yes. So nonetheless, we've just gone through a pandemic, and I still feel like, alhamdulillah, as much as we've dealt with it in a proper way in Saudi, this is just an extra layer of safety that's just very, very easy for me to keep on doing during my day without feeling, any discomfort because of it.
True, but even in large crowds nowadays, with everyone vaccinated, you do feel safe. You don't need the mask anymore, and you see a lot of people that just can't wait to take the mask off.
Yeah. When a lot of people, I don't know.
A lot of people. I mean,
Have you
just
seen?
look at the amount
People
of
who
people
did not believe in COVID and didn't take the vaccine, those people are just animals.
Those people are
True.
excluded from society. at this
Yes.
But they did get vaccinated, and they have the right to take the mask off right now. And they've been wearing the mask wrong for
Yeah.
the entire period.
Exactly. If you're
But they're-
vaccinated, I don't
They're
care.
already like masks off.
And that's the vast majority of people.
Yeah.
And I think that this decision was not reached at this point until we've reached a point where, like, you know what, we know for a fact now that we have 70% of the population at least vaccinated. That was the goal, initially many, many months ago. And we've reached that goal. And our numbers are now very, mild in comparison to the numbers that we've been having over the past couple of months. So yes, it does make sense for us to go back to normal. It does make sense for society to start functioning once again. Do keep in mind, we do have extra layers of safety right now that did not exist 2 years ago. Tawakkalna right now, the fact that you can keep track of people, going into public spaces, and the fact that you're keeping track of their different status of shots and all of that. All of that.
The health status.
Yes, the health status. All of that is layers of protection in order to kind of, shut down any future fear of pandemic spread.
I'm bringing us to this point that we're in right now, where it is safe to go outside. It is safe to not
It's
wear your
been
mask.
safe to go outside.
Yeah.
Some people haven't. Believe it or not, some people are kind of still in their bubble. Like, they don't really go out much. They don't interact much. They spend most of their time at home. They have a close circle of people that they see. They don't engage in the public sphere.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, see, the reason we had a problem with COVID was because people were going out, other people were staying home, but those people that are going out were the problem. Because they go touch one place, that place has been touched by 1,000 people before them.
That's initially in the start of the
Yeah, and
crisis.
the start of it. So there's no difference today than before. Now they're just vaccinated and you're just sitting at home.
That's a huge difference.
No, I'm talking about you sitting at home, not want to
oh,
participate in society.
Mm.
Either way, the people that are close to you that keep going out, they're giving you that risk whether you like it or not.
True, and that's a risk some people had to live with. At the end of the day, you have a job, your siblings have a job. They will.
Some
have
people,
to-
they're just, let's be honest, some people were milking the hell out of it.
Yeah,
So they don't have to go to work. They want to work from home.
yeah.
True.
Some companies still haven't gone back to the office.
What are you talking
Global,
about?
Yeah,
global companies.
But even here, you do see.
I mean, like
some-
McKinsey and
Yeah.
them. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the culture has changed, and it's not just the work culture, the mass culture, the fact that the tech culture as well So we are in a different point in time than we are before. Do I think people are going to wear masks in mass during the Riyadh season? No. Honestly.
I think they will.
I think they will.
You think they will?
Yeah, I think they will.
In mass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to be more comfortable without the mask, but a lot of people will be comfortable with the masks on, whether for health or the body image issues.
Keep in mind, some people are still scared that this could come back.
Sense of security.
Yeah. So some people, I think that the whole taking off the mask forever, I think it's gonna need some time. I mean, within the next 6-7 months to a year, we're gonna see how things are progressing,
Yeah.
and then people will be more and more comfortable.
I think we'll ever be like Japan and China, where the mask is just a
I really wish we do. I wish the
Regular,
mask should be a
normal thing.
regular thing. I wish.
Why? For the sense of, general public health.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah. the common cold. الحالة هذا فكري منه.
Exactly.
خلاص.
I don't like getting the flu.
Yeah.
Why do I have to get the flu?
Yeah, it's
Why are you coughing next to me?
why are you coughing?
No,
Stay home.
coughing is different. But why are you coughing next to me is the issue.
Mm.
I don't know if it's gonna stay as a part of society or not, honestly. But I agree. You will need this in the next 6 to 8 months for things to kind of shake out.
Like for
and
me
come
in
up
general, since we're getting into that kind of mentality, I think I might just be wearing masks in public areas that I don't frequently go to, like the public transport. Since we have the metro opening up at some point, we have like banks, any place like that. Why not? If the mask is going to be like an acceptable thing between society, I'm most probably going to wear a mask. Just
I'm
for
with
the
him
hell of
on
it.
this one. But like for me, basically, masks can be public places, malls, whatever I'm at.
Yeah.
I'll wear my mask.
What
But
if-
places that I go to and are regular people that I know, no, I'll be okay with that.
What if you're going to
I got like a party,
a concert
a party. See how I beat you to it?
as concert?
Yeah, because we have parties lined up.
Large number of people, stage, musician, like crowd.
Hey man, look, I'm gonna tell you this, and I don't think I was very vocal about this from before, but I'll say here on the record, when it's party time, it's party time. I don't believe in COVID when it's party time. COVID doesn't exist to me.
Yeah. I shall be in the middle,
Exactly.
in the mosh.
Hey yo, breathe into my face.
Cough away, my man.
Exactly.
Cough away.
Spit into my hands.
Oh wow. No, please, no. we're not
Yo,
doing
party time is party time. You know that.
that. Okay.
Do you disagree?
I mean, I'm still gonna have a mask on. but
I'm just saying, no, about like personally for you. Where like if you go to a party, would you put your mask on?
No.
Okay, so you're with me. COVID doesn't exist when the party's on.
No.
When it's party time, my guy.
Yeah,
Turks.
I don't go to parties, but I don't know about you guys.
All right, video exhibit number 1.
No, wait. There's evidence of this. Shit.
Oh my god.
Okay, never mind.
There's
Never mind.
birthday pictures. What are you
No,
talking
no,
about?
no.
During COVID.
أروح عزايم عروس.
عزايم عروس.
like,
Eh.
wait, no, you're not supposed to do that.
No. Small closed. Like, 19 people. We were 19 people that day.
Okay.
What's the policy? Whatever the policy is, but below by 1.
يطلعوني برا لما يدخل الشيخ. Like they kick me out.
There's a limitation right there.
Okay.
It's like one of my cousins. Super pushy on COVID. Okay?
What the hell does that even mean?
And no, hey, be careful.
He coughs in people's
No.
What, that kind of
No, very, very care. Like, fuck COVID. Everybody's going to die.
Oh wow.
And he's very careful. بس ما في ذبائح.
Bismillah.
He's elbow deep inside. He's like passing to
All the
people,
way.
getting from people. Like, okay, now no, there's no more COVID. ذبيحة. حلال حلال.
خلاص done. Yeah. معقم.
Yeah. See, okay, see that.
Don't ever say that again.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting point. Like, still, that's a part of the culture. How do you deal with that?
That was the beautiful thing about watching a lot of people who have opinions about COVID. See, I always told you, it's behavior. Pay attention to behavior.
Bro, last time I had the biha, I was like, oh, ملعقة, thank you. أنا بغرف وبروح بقعد. Thank you. very
That's
much.
you're freaked out by these things.
Yeah, like
you
okay,
care.
Like I do care. Yes.
You're not freaked out. No, you actually care.
No. It's part of the culture. It's a very acceptable
you
part
miss
of the
it, though.
culture. I do miss
You
it. I
miss
definitely
it.
miss it,
Man,
bro.
man.
But
Shemmer,
no,
just
bro.
go-
Like I know
You
y'all.
can hear the sound effects going like, whoosh.
Remember Bruce Lee?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly the sound you're gonna
All
hear.
I'm saying is like I know the people there, but no, this is too much close contact. We're
No.
too close to each other.
Yeah, I'm not saying feed the guy next to you with your hand. No, just have fun, enjoy your food.
We're pretty much feeding each other drinks at that point.
True.
Yeah.
The behavior was very important during COVID times.
Yes.
Exactly. That's when you saw the real them.
The real them.
Yes.
Mhm.
This guy would be scared of everything. The let's go together.
Bismillah.
Other people, yo man, you gotta wear your mask, you gotta take care of yourself. Oh, party?
Oh, بنسافر.
Oh, remember that one?
بروح
Yeah,
مطار.
exactly. Yeah, yo, I will
How many
never take the
How
vaccine.
many shots do I need?
12, right?
Yeah.
Just in case.
Jab me now.
Yo, double down right now. 2 of them.
No, honestly, that's
One for every country I visit.
that's kind of what the thing that pissed me off. For real. That was the one that pissed me off. I'm like, yo, all of y'all got, stands and shit until you need to get to the airport.
Yeah. People, dude, what do you expect?
Excuse me.
No, that's
People want to have fun. People want to do them. If that's the only thing that's stopping them, they're gonna go for it.
How
They
do
had to
people?
stand for it, and when
gotta
they
stand for
couldn't
something.
see, no, but when they couldn't see the consequences, because they couldn't see it. Once
Bro.
they saw consequences, whether it's someone they know that got sick or them getting limited, like just living their life, that's when they went for it.
I don't need to treat you like a child for you to act correct.
People are children. We said it
Yes.
before. People are
Yes.
bad.
Yes.
Shuf,
You. This should be a learning moment for you,
A learning
especially
moment.
you, because you believe in people.
Of course I do.
Why?
Have you seen what happened during COVID?
Because potential. Shuf,
Where was the potential during COVID?
nonetheless,
You saw what happened across the globe.
I believe in people. Nonetheless, I do generally. Isma. Nonetheless, I do generally believe in their general stupidity in mass.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, individually, people are great. When in mass, they're idiots. So
So when you believe in people, it's in mass. You're not believing in a person. We're talking about believing in people. So it is mass.
yeah, they're general.
So you do not. So you do not believe in mass people.
Like stupid herds. That's what
No,
happens
COVID taught us a lot of lessons.
when mass people happen.
It taught us a lot of lessons about how people think and how they feel and how they act,
Bro, a lot
and
of,
how messaging is super important. Not a clown coming on
Definitely.
TV telling you, "Hey man, drink some hot water."
Drink bleach.
drink some
I remember
bleach.
that.
Exactly, drink some bleach.
I wasn't talking about him, but since y'all brought him up,
No,
Well-
I'm just saying. No, but at the same time, it goes to show you, like, until now, you still have issues in a lot of places. And the reason you have issues is most of the time fucking politics. Like,
Yes.
it's the right.
until now, no one took full responsibility for COVID.
Not just that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the countries that went into lockdowns and then they opened up again and then they had masses of infections spread out. Why? Because they were trying to play politics with people's lives. When it came to
It wasn't only politics. You had a lot of influencers that were just going out saying, "Yo, this is how you treat it. This is how you do it."
That was one part of
There was one
of
part of it. Yeah.
That was the issue with social media
Yeah.
and fake news. That was the biggest problem. Of it.
Disinformation.
Yeah, disinformation. There you go.
Mm.
But the other issue of it was a lot of people were there saying, "We don't care. We don't care about other people's lives."
They're taking stands on people's lives,
Which is meh.
which is fucking
Why?
politics.
Why would you do that?
Exactly. It's fucking stupid, man. And a lot of countries played that game. Countries started robbing each other.
Yes.
Yes. They
We
started
talked about
robbing
that.
each other.
remember.
We
Yeah.
start Robert Child out of vaccines.
Pirates and shit.
And then everyone was not taking it seriously. Remember when the first images came out?
In Italy.
That was
No, in China.
China. Yeah.
That
The
was
first
that,
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was. Oof.
People's
That
lives
was scary.
falling
Yeah,
down
that
the
was
street.
wild.
Yes.
And it was what about boys? Like, nah, it doesn't exist.
Bro, I was scared like
Yes.
the fuck out early on.
Yes.
In
Yeah.
Feb, I was like, yo, there's something
In,
coming.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
January, we were arguing this.
Hey, but in Feb, I was actively warning
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Like, yo, cancel your fucking travel plans.
You literally told me that. Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, you're not going
Oh,
in.
yeah, he was supposed to go to New York.
Yeah.
Bro, on the day.
I
of-
canceled
Yes,
on the day.
yeah,
I
he canceled on the day
yeah.
of
Yeah.
lockdowns.
Yeah, the day before it reached New York, the day after they had 72 cases or something like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, no, never
I
mind.
was like, you going on the subways?
No.
What? No,
No.
fucking way, my guy.
Yeah,
That was a wild ride.
dude.
I like finish shot. Hope we
Yeah.
never see this again.
Alhamdulillah, man. Alhamdulillah ala
Alhamdulillah.
salamat.
Dude, there was a
Everybody,
video. There
honestly.
was this Irish guy living in China, and he used to vlog like daily life during like the pandemic before it even got out of China. That shit was scary. 3
know.
jackets and 2 ice masks with like swimming goggles and everything just to go buy soup. That's it. I just want to
That
go buy
was
soup.
wild.
Bro, it's been
Ridiculous.
18 months. It's been 18 months.
Do you remember the image?
We
of-
have fucking
Do you
changed.
know when I
the
took
world
it
is,
very
you know.
seriously? When they closed down the train system in
In
China.
China.
When they put the military there.
When they shut down the cities. Like,
Yes.
no, they locked out the cities.
Yeah, because that's what, remember people come back from work.
Mm.
People can't go to work. People just come back. Come back to the city. This was going to happen. Then people were not allowed to come in or leave.
Mm.
Bro, that was a scary sight.
And drones telling you, please stay home.
Yes,
Don't go out.
that was a
Yeah.
wild.
That's the thing. That's honestly, that's the fucked up thing with media, man. They go to show you that this shit is, dystopian, dangerous, evil. That's a color. That's a mirror image that you're giving me. Look at it from the other side. Look at it from the other perspective. I am a centralized government that gives a shit about its people. So yes, I will take all the fucking measures I have at hand in order to do what I need to do in order to contain this shit. So
You know,
I'm not giving China credit on that, considering that this whole shit started there, intentionally or otherwise.
I want to discuss media, but before I go, I think there's a point that a lot of people miss out on, and I'm talking about locally here. When the government forced lockdowns and everybody had to stay home and you couldn't go out, they worked so hard to try to make this feel normal. We didn't know what normal was, but they try to make it feel like there's something. It's okay that you're home. This is temporary. This is for the health and safety of everybody. Delivery will be rocking. Don't worry about it. You get everything in your house. Like, it was kind of a moment where like we did not know what we want to do or what's going to happen, but things were in place so quick that if it got normal real quick.
Yeah.
And doing that normal costs a lot of money. A lot of people don't look at that. They look at, you're supposed to protect me. Yeah, cool. But, money has to go into protection. So people were angry at VAT. Remember the first week of VAT?
Mm.
Everybody was bitching and moaning.
Mm.
And everybody's like, quiet. You have to balance what's happening. It's all a balance game. So yeah, we spend so much. We give what this government did.
Bro, you got free testing. You got free vaccines.
Everything, man.
and
Everything this country did was amazing.
keep in mind, the structure
Alhamdulillah.
of society changed, fellas. The country was shut down. Nobody was coming in and out. Like the gears of the economy grinded to a halt because
Not here.
No, they did in many sectors here. They did.
They did. At first,
They did, but there was a purpose, and the purpose was to ensure containment, and that has been achieved. And that's why we're here at this moment talking about the fact that people are taking their masks off. Yes, we will keep ours on, the three of us, I guess, for our own reasons. But at the same time, as a society, it does feel like we have achieved a significant milestone. Yes,
Alhamdulillah, we got
have
to a point where it's not required anymore.
We have conquered.
Yeah.
This
the thing is,
many-headed monster.
look, it's kind of hard to say this was successful because we lost a lot of lives. Alhamdulillah, everything is written. As Muslims, we always look at things in a certain way. Alhamdulillah, we did lose people, Allah yarhamhum, but also a lot of people were saved.
True.
So it's difficult to look at this. It's difficult to say this was a win because yes, in the big picture for everybody that's been saved, it is a win. But to a lot of people, it was an L. So it's kind of hard. All you can just say is alhamdulillah. That's all you can say.
We overcame.
Alhamdulillah and thank you.
Alhamdulillah. Sure,
Alhamdulillah and
honestly.
thank you. Not only alhamdulillah and thank you. Thank you to this government for taking care of us this way, man. Bro, you see other governments around.
Exactly.
Alhamdulillah, bro. I felt like I was cared about, cared for.
Amen.
And you were
Amen.
taken care of. You were taken care of. All of us were taken care of. And
And shout out to the people that took it seriously and actually took the measures that protected all of us.
for the people that put themselves out there, the doctors,
Amen,
the
yes.
the people on
The
first
whole
line
Ministry of
front.
Health.
Exactly.
Excuse me. The whole Ministry of Health and everybody in the health sector, they had to be there in the forefront. I have friends who are doctors, and they're like, "We're scared as hell, but somebody got to do this.
Yeah.
If we're not doing, who's doing it?
And that's our duty. That's
Exactly.
literally
That's
our
a huge
duty.
sacrifice too.
I'm here for this. This is what I studied for. This is what I was built for.
People stepped
I'm
up.
here to do this.
Yeah, people stepped up on all different levels, on all different sectors, on all different, requirements on what they needed.
It was beautiful for the Ministry of Health. It was the Ministry of Health who honored all the people, all the
Medical
employees and the medical staff that in the health sector that passed away during
I think so,
COVID.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a beautiful one.
We overcame. It was a crisis. It's not just for us, for everybody else, but we did overcame. We did overcome. We did persevere, and we made it through.
Still, I'm not gonna say we made it through. It's still a process. We don't know what's coming up ahead of us. So as of now, alhamdulillah, and inshallah in the future is gonna be much better. Switching to media real quick.
And for everybody who didn't get their vaccine, just get that shit.
Yeah, I really hope they lock down everything around you. That you can't even oxygen. You need to be vaccinated for oxygen.
Who else didn't get their vaccine right now?
Oh, trust me.
The people
Well,
who are gonna
some
realize they're missing out on real season are like, oh shit.
Yes. The 20% that said no. Anyway, media. Because I don't want your opinion in this. Because I don't like you.
Okay, thanks.
I'm joking.
Appreciate it.
Great start. Nice conversation openers. Very healthy. Very healthy. Go ahead.
I think it's our fault for all the. Well, yes, it is our fault for all the misinformation that's out there. But I think we're the ones who give the power, and the problem. Go ahead, Turks. What?
No, I want you to explain more. I feel like is this a news? Are you still talking about COVID or?
No, yeah, well, it has to do with COVID and media.
Okay.
Well, the biggest issue, because all the problems that we have, all the pushbacks that we had during COVID was because of the US. When everybody was looking at standard, they would look at the US to set the standard of what should be the procedures. They're the ones who dropped the fucking ball.
Huge time.
Yes, and it ruined a lot of people.
Yes.
Not a lot of countries. A lot of people have been ruined because of their movements.
Big time.
And I think it's our fault as the international community that we looked at them as the news source. When we saw how fucked up Washington Times is and New York Times and what's the name? What's all the assholes over there?
We've been conditioned to
New York Post.
No, but the thing is,
to look at them as the standard. For a while.
They
Washington Post,
they were the standard when it came to at least the science community. But the thing is that we go back to that point is that politics that got into it the way. Politics got
No. Media, you're being very specific to COVID.
Okay.
That's not what I'm not talking about only about COVID.
In general.
In general.
Disinformation.
Yes. We gave them that power. We looked at them to be the source of all news for all the globe.
True.
I don't think we looked at them. I think they set themselves as the standard.
And we bought the bait.
Everybody bought the bait.
Yeah.
For a very long time.
True.
For a very long time.
So the question is, when do you wake up?
I think the world already woke
I mean,
up.
there's
I agree.
no. What the fuck do you mean everybody woke up? We still have the same bullshit drama that we had all the fucking time.
No, but I think
Fox News is still fucking Fox News.
I think a veil has been
Still
shifted
foxing.
from people's eyes over the past 10 years.
Veil.
A veil has been
Thank you
shifted
very much.
from people's eyes over
A
the past 10
veil
years.
is something I'd love to do.
Yes, exactly.
Because of all the things that happened across the world. Like starting from, not over just the past 10 years, from 2008, the financial crisis. Like from that point, trust in the system has been shaken and it has started eroding and it's continued eroding all the way down.
Yeah, but that was a different problem compared to what media does.
What I'm saying, in all different facets, we have been shown that there's a systematic, attempt at selling a consensus.
I want to focus on just media.
Okay.
Don't make it very
broad.
Yeah, if you make it very broad, we're gonna be here all night. But when we're looking at media alone, we still go back
to U.S. media.
To U.S. media as the leading source.
True.
When they prove time and time again that they failed us, as in the world community.
True.
The thing is, what's the alternative? The UK, the Sun.
BBC is supposed to be impartial.
Supposed to be.
It ain't impartial for shit.
Exactly.
Not even a little bit.
So who do you go to? And when you say you don't believe in your local news, who the hell are you going to?
It's a good question. Honestly, that's because there is no alternative. There are independent news organizations that are very small on a very minimal budget and that have very limited scope and reach and influence. But when you look at globally the media landscape, it's dominated by very few number of billionaires with very defined and a clear, well set of beliefs and priorities.
So the question is, what is going to be media in the future? What is going to be new media? How are we going to trust again?
How are we going to trust again?
Is it going to be social media? Because I don't think that's
No.
trustworthy whatsoever.
I think we already understand that, believing random people on Twitter
That's
it doesn't really
Social-
work.
Social
No,
media in
did
its
not work
current form, as much as it has added positive to the world, it's added so much more toxic and negativity over the past couple of years that it's become hard to disentangle the two.
So you need some sort of entity, like a social media entity that proves its trustworthiness
You need
to become the main.
Do you know what's the
source?
problem? That's like what what's the name? All these other small media outlets are trying to do. Not small media outlets. No, my bad. Never put it back. All the big media outlets are opening up second channels and third channels of a very hip name for their what's the name?
Mm.
I don't know what the fuck they want to call it.
like
and
TikTok and rewind.
They're in
shit like
TikTok, they're on Snapchat, they're everywhere, and they're giving you the news with this guy who was very young.
that. Something with a plus.
Something with a plus. You know exactly where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
You know, as if we're different than everything else. We're for the young
But they
people,
are.
but they're pitching the same bullshit. I don't think we'll ever go back to trusting media in the same way we did before. And the question that I always ask myself, what's going to be the new media? What's going to be the new thing that's going to give the news back to the people?
I think it could be something that's more community driven. I think a big part of the issues that we have with media now is the fact that it is profit driven. It is something that is they're fighting for your attention. They want your clicks. They want your eyeballs. So
True.
they need to compete with video
Data.
games. They need to compete with video games. They need to compete with TV. They need to compete with real fucking life
Mm.
in order for you to be sucked down the rabbit hole web of their, social media pages or their YouTube, channels or all that shit, where they sell you their shit.
Mm.
They incalculate you in the ways they want to. Now, we've had this discussion before when we asked the question, like, what type of media could you build if you take profit out of it? And I think one type of media would be a more communal media where you don't rely on one person to provide you your source of news. It's like having leaders in the community come together in order to create a platform that, is conceptualized in order to deliver a certain sort of value for a certain sort of audience. And that's going to be different media outlets that are focusing on different.
Then you're going to have 1,000 media outlets.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a very fragmented landscape.
Exactly.
And that's one, and
then you're going to have the rumors. You're going to have a bunch of khatik mashes around.
no. And that's,
They're going to spread things the wrong way.
all of these people that create their own media entities will be leaders in their own communities. That's what gives them the trust. And all of these entities will be built in a way that's more networky rather than guy from the top reaching to the people at the bottom. And the reason I say this could be one example because you are fighting a behemoth,
Exactly.
monster of media competition. When you're talking about Sky News, when you're talking about the Murdochs, how do you fight that? They own newspapers, they own TV, they own radio.
And they fight you on TV. That's the one problem. See, the biggest issue with social media is everyone's looking for not only clout, they're looking for the followers.
Mm-hmm.
All the news agencies, they're doing the same exact thing. They're trying to keep you there. They're clickbaiting the fuck out of you to be there. Why? Because they know as humans, we're morons. We'll go for the clickbaity shit.
See, this brings me to another really great concept I was reading about right now. I don't want to get into it completely, but don't think about it in terms of followers. Think about it in terms of capital. Think about it in terms of social capital.
Really? You know what? Finish what you're reading, then we can
Yeah,
discuss this
yeah,
properly.
yeah.
Okay? Because I have thoughts.
You have thoughts on
Yeah,
this?
but I want you to finish it.
We'll
so
get back to this.
we'll get back to that one.
It was a great article.
Do you think that the media is going to be divided? That's going to be like, okay, like I think it's this direction they're going right
It
now.
already is divided.
No, I'm talking about divided in ways of this is for your parents, this is for the young generation, this is for the kids.
Kind of is already divided that way as well.
That's the direction it's going, but it's failing.
Where do you get your news, Turks?
I don't get news.
Exactly.
No, you do. You get them through Instagram.
I don't get news.
Church is getting
No, you're telling me when as you
No,
My news, I get my news from
WhatsApp.
memes. No, I don't even know. I
I
get
know.
my news. If something makes it into the meme world,
That's what I'm saying.
No, no, no.
That's Instagram.
I get it.
He just ignored our whole WhatsApp group when we share information about what's
No,
happening.
we share information that's very direct
Yeah,
and relevant, but I'm talking
Exactly,
about general
yes.
news.
That's where he gets his news.
Yeah.
But general news, Chucks doesn't give two shits about general news.
I think depending on the social platform that you're on right now, you are consuming a large percentage of your news from there if you are from a certain generation.
If a topic makes it into the social media verse in a big way, then I get it through social media. But news in general, no. But if it's a huge thing that
It's
happened,
a pop culture thing usually.
Yeah, if
And
it's
that's
not
cracks
only
your
a pop
bubble.
culture thing, even if like the whole what was it called?
COVID.
But COVID
Pandemic.
COVID for instance, because it was huge and it made it into everyone's social media. That's how I figured it out. That's how I got it. بكل بساطة.
So that was before the lockdown or after the lockdown?
Before the lockdown.
Come on, before the lockdown. What are you talking
Come
about?
on, come on.
You were there.
At what point did you realize, oh shit, this is a real thing? Because it wasn't when we started telling you about it.
Okay.
No, it was a real
yo,
thing.
yo, we're sidetracking. We're sidetracking right
It
now.
was a real thing.
We're sidetracking. Go back.
Anyway.
Yeah, go back to our conversation.
You're talking about sources of news. Sorry. Go
Okay.
back.
Of older generations, I feel a percentage of them still gets their news from general newspapers.
TV, newspapers.
No, newspapers specifically. TV, there's a larger segment of the population that gets their news from the TV because TV is more universal and speaks to, a bigger population.
Every time I'm at the bank, I'll watch it Arabiya.
There you go. Okay. No,
That's the only place.
That's an example.
He's at the bank every day at 4:00. مع النشرة.
Okay.
Sir, we need to close down. Wait.
النشرة
see the
بعد
news.
شوي.
But for the majority of the population today, they generally get the news from social media, whether it's Twitter,
Sure.
whether it's Facebook, whether
WhatsApp,
it's
whatever.
Yeah, WhatsApp. WhatsApp is honestly, I think, one of the biggest sources of Khaltik Masha.
Not only WhatsApp.
I'm sorry,
all
but you have
social.
to stop this reference. Khaltik Masha is not news.
It's not
Khaltik
news.
Masha is surveillance. لو
Exactly.
It's
سمحت.
not surveillance.
I'm sorry.
No, it is
No,
surveillance.
Khaltik Masha
Yes,
is
it's
surveillance.
Okay.
I am
yes.
sorry.
Lagafa.
Yes.
It's rumor mongering. That's
Yes.
what it is.
No, it's observing where you don't have to observe.
Turks, this is not where you should be fighting us on. Keep your energy. Okay,
Like,
this is not the place.
Did you just not say that? Like I'm trying to pick up on your
Sorry.
reference. Like, I don't know if you know that.
Hey, no, I let it slide. بعدين
We're
قلت, you know what,
sidetracking.
I'm
We're
not gonna-
sidetracking
yeah.
again.
Sorry.
No, go back to that.
Like for me, I think yes, social media does have a lot of misinformation in it. But personally, I feel the feed that I usually follow has the high quality people that usually have high quality news.
But that's the problem. You talk about your feed.
Yeah, true.
Not everybody has Shams's
But I
feed.
do see a lot of misinformation coming in my family groups across.
Oh yeah, that's a
WhatsApp.
fact.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's
Like,
a
and I
fact.
keep
That's a fact.
fighting that shit, bro, and it's just exhausting.
Yeah.
It's a flood. It never stops. It's a never-ending
True.
flood.
We warned my mom once that we're gonna close down her WhatsApp.
Shaky news. That's what I'm talking about, man. No, for
I
real.
kid you not. My sister's like, "Yo, this is the last one.
Like-
this is your final warning."
This is a biohazard, basically. Like, no, don't.
like, don't send this.
It's not how it works, mom. That's for me a bigger.
But that
concern.
happens all the time. Like, with older people, you just drive fear into them, and that's how they lose all their passwords
Bro,
and money.
People will always spread rumors and things that are wrong.
Because people love doomsday scrolling.
No, but some people are just too easily influenced, man. They're just too gullible.
Yes, some people. No, they're not gullible. Some people actually feel. Some people trust the news.
No. Some people look for news that reinforces they think
Their
that they
opinions
want
and
to
thoughts.
believe.
Yes,
Exactly.
I agree.
And they look for the sources that give it to you. And they
You want to know what's one of the best moments that I've ever seen on TV that has to do with the news?
What?
Do you remember that guy who held up the onion? The guy from FIFA.
He held up an onion article.
He held up an onion article that says FIFA's not laundering money or something like that,
Okay.
and he was using it as proof
Oh wow.
that FIFA's. You remember it?
I honestly don't.
Trust me. If you Google, you're gonna remember because me and you discussed
That's
it.
a moment, honestly.
Yeah, that was a moment.
Yeah.
For unaware listeners,
Yes.
the Onion is a parody news
Satire.
Yes, exactly. It's not real
It's
news.
comedy. It's not real news.
Yes, do not believe it.
But it just lampoons reality so well.
It was like FIFA's like building something across the globe. It's like, oh, if we steal money, why would we do this? It's an Onion article. Like,
How would you build that media landscape? The media landscape that you think could be more trustworthy, with more
Inject
reliable?
comedy into it.
well, it's obvious. Not only inject comedy. Right now, you want to speak to people who are basically people that you can relate to. You don't want some dude sitting in a suit right in front of you telling you, hey, and today we have another suit guy, suit number 3, to talk to us about how the stock market is going. And you say, healthy. And like the world is burning. It's very healthy. No, they expect people who are like-minded to tell them what's going on.
Okay.
Our conversations is with people who are like-minded, right? Yes or no?
Yes. Mostly.
A lot of people that we have conversation with, like we know that they have no idea what's happening in the world.
Yeah.
Or they don't know how to digest news in the correct way.
Or they're not interested
Or they're not interested.
because the news is not presented to them in a way that appeals to them.
Now, some of those people follow this podcast, and we had conversations, and we meet them. They're like, "Yo, thank you for that."
Yeah, true.
So I think this is what's going to be in the future. It's going to be these little mediums that people are going to go to, and it's going to give them the news that they're looking for and the way that they want to hear it.
So basically,
They're not exactly. It's going to be tailored, but it's not going to be like, given to you because, oh, this is just for you. No, it's going to be, okay, if you want this news with no bullshit, you go over here. If you want this news to be more scientific, you go to these people.
Exactly.
And that's how the breakdown is going to be.
So the content that you were looking for coming from the people that can deliver to you in a way, that appeals to you. Basically.
So you need filters, basically. You need people that filter the news for you. That's the way you can get reliable news.
That's true.
That's how
That's
it
true.
started. That's
Yeah.
how anchors, that's the beginning of anchors. They would read the news as it came from different bureaus and offices across the world. That's like the whole concept of TV and radio. That's how it started. But I agree with the point of not having suits tell you what you know and what you think and what you shouldn't think. At the same time, like I remember
But
this.
aren't they filters too? Aren't the big media conglomerates filters too?
Well, that's the thing.
Where do you judge where to stop?
I remember that when I was in college, going and spending a lot of time at the library reading newspapers, local newspapers. And I remember flipping through the Arabic ones because you know what? I honestly was not interested in most of the news. Most of the
Oh,
time.
yeah, definitely.
Not at all.
Sadly,
Not even a
sadly.
little bit. I would always spend some time on Arab news because they had good editorials. But at the same time, and that was a daily thing. So give me the news that I should care about. Give me the news that will be relevant to me. Give me the news that will pique my interest.
Every time we grab the news, it's like
Peak.
Thank you.
it's like I'm reading what they wrote for my parents.
Because they are rating for your parents.
Well, that's the thing.
Mm.
I'm old enough to be a parent now. And I'm still looking at this like, yo, my guy, what are you doing here? Like, I don't feel like I relate to the news.
The news industry has had a very hard time keeping up with the digital revolution. Honestly.
Even with the digital revolution, even the ones who are ahead of everybody else who are trying to do this, they can't even get it right.
It's not-
Nobody's up there. Nobody's up there. Nobody has kept up with the basic innovation.
Do you think?
We're not talking about the digital evolution. We're talking about the new demographic.
Exactly.
They're still catering for the same demographic. Well, their demographic is just much.
How do you talk to the new demographic?
You
talk
need
to
new
them?
employees.
No,
You need a new blood to talk to the people that they relate to.
That's one part of it. Another part of it is you realizing that your old business model is outdated and no longer relevant in a world that does not want to buy newspapers.
But they
every day.
they don't want to believe that. You know what's another example
Exactly.
that they don't want to believe? What's the name of that girl that's for climate change? That starts screaming shame and blah 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 and whatever. The young girl,
Norwegian girl.
the Norwegian girl.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so every time I look at
Young
her,
Norwegian girl who shames world leaders. That's
Exactly.
what we're talking about.
all right.
Yeah.
So every time I see that, all I see is a PR stunt.
Greta.
Greta, there you go.
Greta Thunberg.
All I see is a PR stunt.
It's
I
a
do
great
not
PR
see-
stunt though.
Is it really?
Yes, because it brings awareness. When you see that little girl,
Do you
you're
think these adults are listening to her? No.
No way.
I see it as a PR stunt this way. I'm letting children look at that. And let these children get inspired by that. So in the next 10 years, I have this new generation that
is
wants
inspired
that.
by Greta.
Are children?
Yeah, so it is good.
Is it for children though, or is it for old people? Because I don't see a lot of children paying
No.
attention to the news because there's a child on.
First off, you do not watch the news.
Exactly.
I do
Okay.
not.
There's been
Yes.
walkouts.
There's been
in schools
walkouts.
across
Yeah,
the
there's
world.
been a lot of things that happen
Across
because
the
of her.
world.
Oh, I remember that. Oh, so,
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the thing is, she is speaking to these adults on a subject that is extremely important and vital, and she is shaming them into action.
But these adults, yeah, okay.
Attempting.
First off, these adults already know what's going on.
They don't give a shit.
Yeah, she's not gonna. You're not gonna tell these like money hungry hoes that just to care because a child came up to you. They have their own children. They didn't care while they were looking at their own children.
Yeah, because they're rich.
That's not what I'm talking about, Champsy. I'm talking about this is not for the adults.
This is for the next generation.
This is for the next generation.
Right.
This is a campaign. And this is how all I see it. I don't see it as like, yo, this person is doing awareness. I feel like there's a bunch of adults that's behind saying, yo, this is what you need to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if in the future she becomes the head of whatever clean energy sector that she's in, or governance or UN or whatever it is, they'll be like, okay, she built herself into that. But then we will need to see her change. What is she adding value? Is her value just screaming? Pointing fingers?
She's an activist at the moment.
I understand
Yeah.
that.
Well, how will she evolve and grow, and what will she end up?
Exactly.
doing?
Where is it going to go? What do they do with? Is she one day just going to disappear out of the picture?
طبعا هنا we're assuming that there is a world in the future where we will able to get everybody on a climate table where everybody can just, figure out their shit and start working together.
No, that's gonna happen.
Start working
That has
together.
to happen.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. There's no look. People think like governments want the world to end. They don't want that.
It's not about that.
They're
Governments,
looking for answers and solutions. The only problem is you have these people who are innovative, which we saw a second ago, that they don't want to cooperate because they want to be the wealthiest person alive.
that's one part of it. And another part of it is I think some governments will want to have an advantage over other governments. Right now, a big
Oh,
part,
yes, definitely.
yeah, but right now a big part of the debate is how equitable is it for a country like Sri Lanka to have to cut its climate emissions when, you know what, the fucking UK, which has half as many people, emits, 60 times as much. Why are you asking me to cut my emissions? You are the polluter so much more than I am.
Exactly.
So that's a big part of the problem that has faced, the climate conferences over the past 20 years. How do I guarantee that this guy is not going to try to sneak a fast one over me?
For everybody joining us, yes, this is called sidetracking.
Yeah.
Because we enjoy a lot of topics.
No, it's
But yeah, that's another great point.
It's real shit.
But again, back to that specific point, I see it as just a media stunt. I feel like there's a whole. Well, we all know that the Dems, they want clean energy everywhere. They want to kill everybody. They don't care. As long as we get clean energy, we don't care how it's done. We don't care who we need to destroy. We don't care what effects it has on people. We just need to get there ASAP, right? We know that. That's something they've been pushing for a long time. And right now, they're still going to push it. You had Mr. Joe, who was riding in a Ford Lightning to talk about, I love cars and this car's the future.
Bro, didn't they just open up a new area for fracking somewhere in Alaska?
That's the hypocrisy of the democracy.
And in Alaska or some shit, right? I think it was like a nature reserve.
So you're telling me go do clean energy, you're forcing the world to do clean energy, but you're still moving exactly how you want to move.
Because money talks, my guy.
Exactly. If you really care and you want to have an effect, you can do it on your own home.
Bro,
Why are you looking everywhere else?
If you really cared, you would institute fucking legislation that would force all of these fucking energy companies to start winding down their operations and start switching to clean energy focus, just like China did. Just like China mandated that shit. We were talking about this before we started.
I know.
China, we were watching a video. You were with us. We were watching a video where we were talking about how China mandated 20 years ago a revolution in the electric car industry. And they pushed
in 2001.
In 2001. And they pushed 3 different streams of innovation. And right now they're selling millions of electric cars. They have 50% of the world's electric car
cars
sales. Globally. So it is, the problem is not can we do it? The problem is, do we have the will? And we don't have the will because the people in charge in a lot of these countries are motivated by how much fucking money they can make and how long am I going to be in power? And you know what? Let me just get the shit that I can get done really quickly. That's for a big segment of the global north. When it comes to the global south, a lot of the countries don't have the capacity. A lot of countries don't have the energy. A lot of companies don't have the finances, the resources to do any of this shit. The countries that do, your China's, your Singapore's, your Japan's global north. But those countries, Saudi right now, are pushing the boundaries of what can be done because they have a government that is settled with a vision. And they see the future and they realize that they need to take care of themselves before they do anything else. And that's where we're seeing all of the energy going right now. How can I make myself survive in a world where things are going to be extremely fucking difficult and I need to stand out and compete
and prepare
on the landscape? Yeah.
So media.
I have no idea how I got here.
Yeah, that's what happens when clean energy comes up. You go on a rant.
Yeah.
Okay, no one asked for it, my guy. But thank you for that, though. We will discuss clean energy later on. It was supposed to be for another episode, Jamsey, but yeah,
Sure.
since you destroyed it right now. Anyway,
Media.
this was gonna happen.
Fuck the media. Honestly. You know why? Because y'all try to take money out of people's pockets.
It's not media anymore. It's just a business. It's not really news media.
AdSense.
Before AdSense, bro.
Yeah.
Clickbaits. Before it was commercials. Prime time.
Spams.
Yeah, it's corporate catfish. That's what it is.
Yo.
It works, right?
It is.
We're so easily distracted.
Thank you everybody for joining us. We'll have
Look at how easy distracted we were.
yes questions next week.
Squirrel.
I don't know if we could do a podcast this Thursday, but hopefully we will, depending on schedules.
Circumstances.
Yes, I know we will.
Affairs.
Anyways, thank you for joining us. So sorry for wasting your time.
Random events.
It is what time is it now, Turks?
too fucking late. That's what it is.
It is.
One,
It is too late and a half.
It is one,
Too
two,
late
three.
and
It is
oh,
one, two,
okay.
three.
We out.
We out.
think we out.
Thank you everyone for joining us. Enjoy.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.